How would you like to be able to share in profits like this? I'm being completely and utterly serious when I tell you that in the next few minutes, I'm going to reveal how you can make up to 72 different payments per day without actually having to do any work, do any marketing, make any trades at all. Literally, hands-off kind of payments. Payments just like these people have made.
Now I'm making over $450 a day, and I didn't even have to buy a website or worry about getting traffic.
Over $1,596 in the past 48 hours, and I can already withdraw it.
I'm talking about no softwares, no marketing, no domains, no web traffic, and most importantly, no trading whatsoever. If getting paid over 72 times per day and making well over $3,154 per day without having to worry about marketing at all sounds good to you, I'm about to make it sound better. I'm going to show you how you can do this for no cost. I'm going to explain why I'm being so generous, but first, I want to make sure that you deserve this massive cash-pumping gift that I'm sending your way. If you currently generate more than $3,000 per day, or more with absolutely zero effort, wait, what am I saying? Of course you don't generate $3,000 per day with zero effort. Only me and the people using this system are doing that. So next, if you are under the age of 18, I have to ask that you leave, because we aren't allowed to pay out anyone who isn't considered a legal adult. Sorry. Lastly, if you aren't interested in the one true system that requires less than 10 minutes of your time for guaranteed profits, and you're not interested in getting it for free, I'd ask that you leave so that you don't potentially take a spot from someone who really deserves it. What you're about to unlock is officially the most effortless method for profiting online ever created. And I know this because I've tried everything else. Everything else requires marketing of some sort. This does not. Everything else requires owning a website or domain. This does not. Everything else requires website traffic, which is nearly impossible to get. This does not require even one website visitor. Everything else requires you spend days filling out surveys for 20 measly bucks. There are no surveys here, and you'll make a lot more than $20. And everything else requires that you deposit money into some trading bot. And this definitely doesn't require that. This is literally the end of a long search you've likely had for how to make money online without having to break your back to do it. Have a look at the kind of money I've made just today. It's important that you realize the only difference between me and you is that I already have access to this insanely profitable method, and you don't. I don't have any more experience than you. In fact, I'd bet that I have less experience. I mean, look, I know why you're here. You're here because you want cash, money, greenbacks, and you likely want that money to be quick and relatively effortless, like you've been promised so many times before. You want that money so you can pay off debt, get a month ahead on the mortgage, or just go out and enjoy yourself for once. And I totally get that. Well, today, it's going to be right at your fingertips because what I will show you is already doing exactly that for thousands. Those that have already accessed my Profits Club have gone on to take care of their bills. They are several months ahead on their mortgage and car payment, and I see pictures of those guys out almost every night living it up. All you need to bring to the table to make this work is a desire to be wealthy. I don't care how old you are, how smart or dumb you are, or what previous experience or success you've had online. Once you have access to my Profits Club, you'll be able to look back at your past failures and laugh while you're cashing 5-figure checks. If you have that itch to be rich, I can help you. Now remember, what you're about to see is real, verified, and automated income. It may be hard for you to stomach now, but soon you'll be on your way to income just like this. But look, don't take my word for it. I want to show you that this works for people just like yourself. So have a listen to what others have done with this.
A week ago, I asked for my first withdrawal from the system, and today I got it. A check. A check for over $3,576 from just a week in the system. This is seriously amazing. It's my first check ever. And even better than that, I already have another $4,958 waiting to be withdrawn. I am so thankful to you in the My Profits Club system.
You have got to be kidding me. I've just got a bank deposit for $6,993 and I've not spent more than 15 minutes a day on my computer. I posted this on Facebook too because I just could not believe it, and my friends asked to see my website. When I told them I didn't have one, they just didn't believe me. I can't believe this has nothing to do with marketing but still makes money. It's really a dream come true for me.
Using the My Profits Club system guarantees you make money. It's never been more simple than that. For once in your life, the question isn't whether or not you can make money. The only question is, what are you going to do with it when you get it? No more worrying about marketing softwares, buggy trading bots, or trying to figure out website traffic. Your income is finally in your hands as of this moment. You actually get to pick and choose how much you want to make. I decided once I got this up and running to give access to a buddy of mine. He's a car salesman, and a pretty damn good one actually. I chose him not because he needed the money, but because he didn't know anything about computers. I'm talking, he was maybe the most computer illiterate person I knew. I figured I knew I was making over $2,000 a day with this, but if he could make money with it too, then it was foolproof and anyone could make money. Well, within 24 hours and only having spent 20 minutes on a computer, look what he sent me. Seriously, this computer neophyte, a guy who doesn't even have a Facebook account because he is that computer illiterate, made more money in 20 minutes from his computer than he does in a week selling cars. Over the next week, he blew up my phone with pictures of his earnings. The guy couldn't figure out how to take a screenshot, I guess. Now, whenever we go out, the drinks are always on him. He still sells cars, but only because this takes so little time he didn't have to quit his job. Heck, he earns up to $2,000 per day every day, with just 20 minutes on his computer in the morning before he goes to work. Not bad, right? Point is, My Profits Club works for those who nothing else has worked for. It's a foolproof way of making near effortless profit regardless of your intelligence level or background. You're probably used to people telling you to build this website or buy this trading app, but yet none of it produces income. And oftentimes, you can't even get the website online. My Profits Club requires absolutely none of that garbage and is set up so that there is no learning curve. One time, just for the fun, I wanted to see exactly how quickly I could take a brand new account and make money with it. So I signed up under my fiance's name, and within 8 minutes, I had my first payout. 8 minutes? You can't even make breakfast in 8 minutes, and I earned a payout in that time. I got 40 more payouts that day from that 8 minutes. Now, before I allow you to control your own income and earn over 72 payouts a day, I want to tell you how I discovered this and why I'm here and not just making my 5-figure days in silence. What you thought you knew about making money online is about to be flipped on its head. I'm going to make you 10 times the amount of money with 1/100th of the amount of work just by simply adding you to My Profits Club and letting you share in my profits. What I'm going to disclose to you now has the potential to add zeros to your bank account balance, and all I ask is that you pay attention and not disclose what you hear on this page, because this is a very limited opportunity, and getting in early means more profits for you. You've had to go through a lot to get here. A lot of wasted money and wasted hours, a lot of effort, websites, and trading failures, all to never see a dime of profit. So you deserve this, but not everyone does. So when you deposit your first 5-figure check, I want you to remember today as the day that things changed for you, the day you stepped up and took control. You're going to be able to delete all the garbage you've been sold before and never need any of it again. That's about what this means. You will never need to open another email from another scummy guru making him rich and never making you a dime. You're about to feel what it's like to be rich, if you're ready. My name is Clay Allen. I'm a nobody who took a nagging desire to be rich and turned it into well over $5 million. I don't consider myself an online marketer, but I do consider myself very lucky to have had the circumstances that led me here today. I work from my office in my beautiful new 3,500 square foot home in Florida every day. I wake up, throw on some sweat shorts, and make breakfast. Afterwards, I grab my laptop, and while eating, I complete my day's work. Every 2 days, I withdraw around $10,598 from my income account and have it deposited into my checking account. I don't do checks anymore because they take too long. I'm not the type to buy Lamborghinis and $50,000 watches. Rather, I like to go big when it counts. Like my honeymoon, for instance. spending a month abroad in hotel rooms that include a private pool and private beach access. That's more my style. I like to acquire memories, not things. But I haven't always had it this easy, and I haven't even had it this easy for that long. Just 3 years ago, I was celebrating my 20th year working for the same company. I worked for Home Depot for 20 years and never took a sick day, 40 hours a week minimum. I considered myself lucky to have held that job for so long, to tell you the truth. If you needed help hanging a TV on the wall, putting up a ceiling fan or a light fixture, I was your guy. I never minded my job until I turned 40 and realized I worked for the same company for almost 20 years and barely made more than I did when I started. People started mentioning the word retirement, and I started realizing that I hadn't been able to save nearly enough to retire. Hell, I hadn't saved enough to take a day off. I guess it was a mistake on my part to let it get that far, but I was barely getting by as it was. I guess I had my moment. That moment that hits you like a speeding train. My moment happened on my 45th birthday. I woke up that morning to my alarm, some alarm I've had for far too long. I thought to myself, why am I going to work on my birthday? I've never taken a day off. Let me repeat that. I had literally never taken a day off. Why not take today off? I picked up my phone, dialed my boss, and just as the first ring came through my phone, I hung up. I couldn't take the day off. I couldn't afford to take the day off. I had just paid my rent and wasn't due for another paycheck for 2 weeks. I checked my bank balance and saw this. I had less than $300 in my account, which wouldn't get me far, and I knew if I took the day off, it's one less day's pay. So on my 45th birthday, against every fiber of choice in my body, I went into work. Needless to say, this day was not my most productive day in my 20-year stay there. When I got home, I couldn't seem to relax. I felt this overwhelming stress of the realization that in 20 years of working for the same company, all I had done is make myself reliant on my job. I had nothing, no one, and there was no end in sight. It was around 2 a.m. in the morning that I caught myself scanning Facebook trying to wind down. What I am about to tell you now changed my life, and today will be changing yours forever, so listen close. While killing time on Facebook, I saw a few posts from a friend I used to work with at Home Depot. Now, for the last couple of weeks, he'd been posting all sorts of interesting pictures of what looked to be a permanent vacation. His first post talked about how he made $3,800 overnight. I had to admit it interested me a little because of the crap day I'd had when it comes to money. But I kept scrolling because I'm no fool and don't like to be taken advantage of, and that just seemed too good to be true. Well, then I noticed a few more posts, all showing more and more earnings, then a video of him logging into an account showing his money. So I clicked on his profile to see what else he'd been up to. I was floored. This guy quit working with me around a year earlier, and I hadn't really paid much attention to what he'd been up to. We weren't really friends, and I didn't go on Facebook much, so I just didn't know. In the year since he quit his job, he bought a 4,000 square foot house, a souped-up 70s muscle car, married a gorgeous woman, and posted travel pictures almost non-stop. But this didn't compute for me because I remembered him as a bumbling, stumbling, no-common-sense lumberyard guy. I mean, he was a loading employee. He couldn't even work the floor because he didn't know how to do anything. And here he is making more in a day than I make in a month. So at this point, I sort of snapped. I realized that I wanted his life. Well, mostly I wanted his money. I wanted it more than I could ever explain. It was like I needed it. My body, my mind, and my soul needed it. So I sent him a message, and I put it all out there on the table. Hey, Craig, long time no talk. I hope you're doing well, although from the looks of it, you seem to be doing more than just well. I couldn't help but notice some of the money you've been posting about, and I was wondering if there was a way you could point me in the direction of something to show me how to do it. I don't have much to give you, but what I have, it's yours if you can get me to make money like that. Now, I'd never try to make money online. In fact, never even really knew that you could. I was a complete online infant. I went to bed after I sent that message and spent probably another hour laying in bed wide awake, imagining what I would do if I could even make $1,000 a day, realizing that that's $30,000 a month for $360,000 per year. There's almost nothing that kind of money can't buy. My friend Craig was making $3,000 per day, so I figured if I could have a fraction of that success he had, I'd do great. Well, between those dreams and me hoping to get a return message from him, it was hard to fall asleep. Next thing I know, my alarm was going off. Yep, another day in the life. I checked my messages first thing, and sure enough, there was a message from Craig. The message read, "Hey Clay, I'd be happy to help. Send me $250 and I'll take care of the rest and get you making money by tonight. This was a crossroads moment for me. I realized I had a life-changing decision that I had to make. If I gave him $250, I was going to be left with around $18 in my account if this didn't work. But if I didn't give him $250, I was never going to get out of the situation I was in, and I was never going to see $3,000 days like he did. I had always said that if the right opportunity came my way, I'd take it. This was one of those moments you don't forget. After about 10 minutes of reading his message over and over again, I made my decision. I was tired of being a nobody at Home Depot who had to work on his birthday just to continue getting nowhere in my life. I wanted success, and I wanted it bad. I wrote him back and asked where to send the money. I was ready. Before I could even leave the computer, he sent me a return message with his address and a link. He said, follow the link and enter in your payout details. Then check back in tonight. So I did it. I entered in the information he sent in his instructions and created my payee account in less than 5 minutes. At this point, it was time for me to leave for work, so I did. And man, was that a nerve-wracking day. When I got home, I knew I was either going to see zeros or I'd be able to breathe a sigh of relief knowing my financial situation was about to change. 5 p.m. hits, and I'm out the door like I'm late for the prom. My stomach was turning, but I couldn't decide whether it was a feeling of happiness or nervousness. Probably both. I rushed in my front door and turned on my computer. I checked my Facebook messages again, and there was a message from Craig. Hey, Clay, you did it. Welcome to the club. What club? I closed out of Facebook and opened up the account he had me sign up for earlier that morning, and there it was. The screen said, available account balance, $1,187.44. This was at 5:30 p.m. after I had just spent the entire day at work. I couldn't have been more excited if you had just given me a free car, but my excitement was sort of dulled when I realized I had no idea how this happened. I didn't actually do anything, so of course I questioned whether or not it was real. I messaged Craig back asking if he could explain what was going on and went off to make dinner and wind down a bit. Around 8:30, I checked back in, and look at this. $1,700.77. I had made almost $600 making myself dinner. I then checked my messages again, and sure enough, Craig had written me back with a full explanation of what was going on. Now, what I'm about to share with you needs to remain our secret for now. You'll understand why later, but I promise you that sharing this with even one person, you are decreasing the amount you will make. Most online money-making systems require that you do some complicated stuff that I couldn't even begin to understand. They involve websites and a bunch of other technical stuff that I'm not qualified to do. But with this, I was making money without spending $1 on a website or any gambling service. Craig's explanation put it all in perspective for me. You know the saying, it's not what you know, it's who you know. Well, my friend Craig knew the right people. He knew a couple of internet income savants. One of these savants created a system that would allow any member in it to share in the profits of some of the most profitable websites on the planet. I'm talking about websites that get so many visitors you wouldn't even believe it. All a member would have to do is contribute around 10 minutes of their time in the back office each day, and they were guaranteed a profit share. He had done all the hard work, all the marketing, all of the site building, all the traffic generation was done. I didn't have to own a website or a domain name ever. All I had to do was log in for about 10 minutes a day, and I would continue to get my profit share every day. Well, thankfully, the next morning was Saturday, and I didn't work on weekends, so I slept in a bit. Once I woke up, I logged into my payment account and spent my 10 minutes in there, and what do you know? That night, look at what I saw. Today's available account balance, $12,568.46. I can't reiterate enough that I wasn't trading stocks here. I wasn't gambling. I wasn't doing any of that stuff. And honestly, if this involved any of that, I'd still be at Home Depot selling light fixtures. I made over $12,500 on a Saturday. That was more than my next paycheck was going to be from Home Depot, even after having worked on my birthday. But today isn't about me. It's about you. It's about making you $12,500 a day, every day. It's about helping you earn without having you download some trading software or having to waste money on websites you'll never use. Well, lucky for you, I'm going to guarantee you make money without doing any marketing, and you don't have to go deeper in debt to make it happen. All you have to do is use the same payment account I use, the one that makes me at least $2,500 per day. Cash some pretty big checks and keep your mouth shut about it. You're pretty much exactly where I was when I first started profiting with this. little to no experience, and absolutely zero previous online earnings. I mean, honestly, I didn't know you could make money online before I used this, so you definitely don't need experience or knowledge to make this work. So rest assured, nothing has worked for you before, but this is unlike anything you've ever seen, heard of, or that exists online. I've seen the My Profits Club pay out thousands of people. People like these guys.
Over $1,596 in the past 48 hours, and I can already withdraw it. Is this real life? Because I don't know how I'm even making this money. I haven't had to actually do anything. I just partner with you, like you said, and you really do take care of everything.
If you are ready to make this happen, sit tight. I'm going to tell you exactly how the My Profits Club will make you rich. I'm going to completely expose every minute detail of this system, although honestly, there isn't much to it. The payment club you're about to have access to is solely responsible for every penny I've earned since my days working for someone else. Before I got it, I was a nobody, living day to day and barely succeeding at that, working on my birthday and just not happy. Then I got my chance to join the club and I chose to take action, and I've never looked back. What you're seeing right now aren't just my earnings, they are my ticket to complete freedom. I've been able to watch fathers, mothers, waitresses, cleaning ladies, construction workers, teachers, car mechanics, and more cash in with the My Profits Club. I'm just happy to have been able to help other people like myself go from struggling to buying new cars. In fact, I think the most precious thing money buys is time. Time to do what you want, time to live on your own clock. That's what money really does, right? That's what having money gets you, you know? Vacations, days off, just time to live how you want. Oh, and actually, I almost forgot to mention, the No Profits Club works better if you've never had any online experience at all. I know it sounds strange, but the less experience you have, the less assumptions about making money online we have to break. Because remember, this has nothing to do with marketing, trading, websites, traffic, none of that. Truth is, the programs you've tried before did nothing but put you more in debt and give you bad habits. They all just take money from you to put money in their pocket, but today, that all changes for you. So if you're lucky enough to be chosen to join My Profits Club, I need you to forget everything you think you know. I'm serious. Well, now that you know me a bit, I can tell you that now I've been profiting with the My Profits Club for over a year now. I make anywhere between $30,000 to $50,000 a month like clockwork, but I never forget how bad things got before they got good. I remember the feeling of looking into my bank account and having nothing. I remember feeling like I had no options and that I'd be trading 50 hours a week for barely enough money forever. I remember paying bills late, spending my nights sleepless, wondering when the lights would be turned off or the water would stop running, and that maybe I should ask a family member for money. That bottomless pit in my stomach feeling. Thankfully, I'll never need to worry about any of that again, and neither will you because of the My Profits Club. But see, my success didn't quite feel complete. I guess it's just my nature, but I knew the simplicity of this would be able to help anyone profit. And I knew I wasn't the only person struggling. But my mission to help others didn't start here today. I actually started helping people like you in a much different fashion. I started with flyers, the paper flyers that people post on corkboards. Well, at Home Depot, we had one on the way out, and I knew that other places had them and that people actually read them. I didn't know how else to reach people, but my flyers worked. I got 100 phone calls from people interested in my free, no experience needed profit sharing system. In order to see who really wanted to make this work, I charged these people $250, just like what I paid Craig. Fair is fair. Now, to be clear, you aren't going to pay anything for this, but it's important that you know that others did pay $250 for the same access to profits, and each of them went on to more than triple their investment. Of those 100 phone calls, 43 people decided that enough was enough, and they needed to take action on the easiest system to profit they'd ever have access to. Every one of the 43 people are now independently wealthy. We agreed that I wouldn't mention their name if they agreed not to mention this system to anyone that doesn't deserve it. I wanted to keep my club closed to only those who deserve to become wealthy. I don't want a bunch of selfish people sharing in these profits. All my original 43 get to make huge daily checks to the tune of 5 figures. And I get to help people make over 72 payouts every day and feel good about it. You've only just heard about this program now because this is the first club of its kind, and I'm the only person who's ever spoken out about it. But if you're here, you deserve to be. Today is finally the day that you get to literally just plug into a pre-made profit-turning machine and share in the profits for up to 72 payouts every day. I've since used this money to upgrade and finally buy a house, but most importantly, I have already set aside hundreds of thousands of dollars for retirement. This was really important to me, honestly, because that's what really started all of this. Realizing that I had no money in the bank was what gave me the pit in my stomach, and what also gave me the nerve to pay my last $250 to learn how to tap into these automated profits. Think about it for a second. It's your money. 72 payouts every single day with no cap. You can withdraw it all every single day. It's your money. You can do whatever you want with it. Let's make something clear. I'm not talking about $5 or even $20. I'm talking about 72 payments every single day. While $20 is likely 20 times more than what you've made online so far, and will be a great start, My Profits Club doesn't stop at small numbers and shallow profits. We jump straight to lifestyle-changing paychecks. Now you can pay off debt, buy a new car, fill an investment account for retirement, whatever you want. It all becomes real with just a few minutes every day and a My Profits Club membership. Like I said, I don't personally live a lavish lifestyle, but what you do with over $2,500 per day is totally up to you. One of my original 43 has actually made more than I have with this. Check out this message he sent me. Clay, I wanted to let you know that just 14 days into My Profits Club, I've logged only 1 hour on my computer in total, and I've made over $15,543 so far. It's unbelievable that all of this is already in my bank account. I'm considering quitting my job next month if this keeps up. That's Melinda. She was one of my more ambitious members. She spends around 10 to 15 minutes per day inside the system every day, like clockwork. More recently, she told me she averages around $2,000 per day in actual withdrawals from the system into her bank account. And yeah, she quit her job. She's no longer a receptionist at a medical law firm. She's a stay-at-home mom who supports her family with what she got from me. See, that's why I'm here, to create more Melindas. So let me tell you how My Profits Club actually works. I'd rather you know what's required so that if you don't think you can handle it, you give your seat to someone who deserves it more. The My Profits Club system lets you literally plug into the profits from one of the most profitable sites on the planet. It's seriously that simple. Very few people know about this club, but those who do only know about it because of an invitation, much like the one that brought you here. But let me explain. My Profits Club allows you to connect your payment account to the profits of one of the 5,000 most profitable websites on the planet. All you have to do is spend 10 minutes a day helping it stay profitable. It's literally that simple. And you don't actually have to do anything in that 10 minutes besides click around a bit. I don't actually know the exact terminology. I just know it works, and it works very well. The key here is exclusivity. We have to keep this a secret for now because we are all sharing the profits, so the more people that jump in, the more we share. Don't worry, what we do is completely legal and safe. Meanwhile, everything we do is done without you having to do any marketing, own a website, or make a single stock trade. You simply input your payment details, then log in once a day, and spend at least 10 minutes inside. Trust me, if it were any more complicated than that, I'd have never made any money. But not only does this amazing website continue to spit out profits like this, but you get to choose how many times you tap into the profits, meaning if you are ambitious and really want to make a lot of money quick, you can actually get more shares of the profit. So instead of getting one piece of the pie, you can go after 3 to 4 to 10 pieces of the pie. Me, you, and all of the other My Profits Club members get to intercept hundreds of thousands of advertising dollars that are made without us having to do much at all. No marketing, no websites, no trading, just sharing commissions. It's actually just 3 simple steps. Step 1, activate your payment account. Step 2, log in once per day and stay in for 10 minutes. Step 3, tell the system when you want deposits and they send you a check. I'm being dead serious. It's that simple. You really hit the jackpot on this one. But don't get too excited and start telling your friends because remember, you don't want to split profits with more people than you have to. Oh, and yes, this is really happening. But you may need to pinch yourself because what I'm about to tell you might convince you it's actually a dream. I am going to give you all of the instructions you need to make 72 payouts and $2,500 per day for free. Yeah, as in no cost free. Look, I already made $2,500 per day every day just spending 10 minutes per day on my computer. I don't need to make money off you. The whole reason I'm here is because you deserve this. If you didn't deserve this, you wouldn't be here now. You would have never gotten the invitation to this page. Oh, but speaking of that invitation, because it's important to me to make sure all of my Profits Club members make at least 72 payouts and $2,500 per day, I'll have to take this video offline when the system gets too full. Just keep that in mind. If you're seeing this video now, it's likely going to be the only time you see it. Now, I know you've had enough people holding you down. You've earned the right to access something like this, right? You've got the scars to prove you've taken a financial beating from the other gurus out there selling you trading softwares that never work and websites that you never even see. What you really need is to feel the excitement of earning your first $1,000 in a day, then your first $2,000 per day. You need to feel what it's like to add a zero to your bank balance. The liberation you get paying off all of your credit cards. I want you to have that. Just like Monique here.
I've been trying to make money online now for 2.5 years, and before my Profits Club, I'd only ever lost money. Now I'm making over $450 a day, and I didn't even have to buy a website or worry about getting traffic. This is quite literally the easiest money I have ever made.
Now it's time for you to access this program and tap into your share of the commissions that are literally turning every second profits like this. The feeling, the rush you get is amazing. You've never felt the way your heart races when you withdraw $10,000 from an online system on Monday, and your bank calls you on Tuesday to upgrade you to a silver status for having so much money in your account. Yeah, that will actually happen, so be ready. It's a feeling of adrenaline unlike anything I've ever felt. Now, before you jump on board, I just want to plant this seed. Every one of the My Profits Club members that earns $15,000 can show me the withdrawals in the system. I'm going to fly you out to the Bahamas for a huge celebration. We've already got over 100 people coming. Now, the rest is yours. It's time for you to make history, getting access to your share of profits that someone else creates for you. Simple as that. You can toss away all of your marketing stuff, forget about trading apps and losing bets. You're going to tap into a website that transacts millions each month and share in those profits. I'm going to show you exactly what to do to tap into this profit sharing system for absolutely no cost. I want you to have it. I'm also going to include some training I had made that shows you how you can go from one piece of the profit sharing pie all the way up to 10 to 20 pieces. All of that is on the house. The only cost you have to entail to get started is a one-time, completely risk-free deposit of $49.95, which covers all of your setup fees, and this actually activates your ability to earn commissions. Once you've made this deposit, you'll create your free account and watch 3 short videos. Then you start to profit just like I did. Remember, I charge $250 just for the training to 43 other people who are now all incredibly more successful than they were before. I know if you could ask them, every one of them would pay the $250 all over again, and then some. Well, on top of the $250, they also had to pay a $49.95 admin and setup fee. That fee makes sure you're in and activates your income shares. Also, once you fund this admin and setup fee, your membership to the My Profits Club is free for life. So you'll get to share in the profits for life after a one-time setup fee. I tried my best to get the setup fee reduced as much as possible for you because I know you need it. But with all the technology that goes into making sure you get paid, the hosting fees for running the training domain, the support team, and all the other people behind the scenes on this, I couldn't get it any lower than $49.95 or I'd be losing money. I don't mind giving you this for free, but I can't have a business going broke. This $49.95 ensures that my system, and most importantly, your earnings, never go down. And remember, this invitation is only guaranteed once. There are many invitations going out, and once we reach the maximum members to guarantee that everyone can make $2,500 per day, we are closing this down for good. So all that stands between you and $2,500 per day and over 72 payouts is a completely safe, protected $49.95. When I say safe and protected, what I mean is we don't actually touch the admin and setup fee until after you've made $100. So think of it like this. If you are in the system for 60 days and haven't doubled your money, you get it back. As you've seen, I already make more than enough money. Your $49.95 means nothing to my bottom line. It's only there so this entire thing doesn't lose money. But your success does mean something to me. I thought about charging $250 for this like I did before, but I remember what it felt like to have to part with my last $250. And I don't want you to have to feel that. So instead, I'm going to charge you nothing. Once you fund the admin and setup fee, you're in. And remember, you get 60 days to share in the profits. Your payment only gets locked in after you've made $100. That's fair, right? When you double your investment, that's when we lock in your $49.95. If you don't at least double your investment, the money is released from our payment system and returned to you. How's that for a guarantee? Not only am I going to make sure you're taken care of by giving you the only system on the planet that allows you to legally steal profits from one of the most profitable sites on the planet, but if it doesn't make you as much as you want in 60 days, you get your setup fee back. Call it cocky, but I'm that confident that you'll profit, and I'm willing to eat the cost of the setup fee personally if you don't. So access My Profits Club, log in every day and make profits for 60 days, and if you think you've not made enough, and it's not worth the $49.95 admin and setup fee, just let us know and you will get it back. But please remember, and don't take this lightly, when you refund, any unclaimed profits go to the next person in line. Again, this doesn't rely on you being able to market a website and make money with it. This just requires that you log into a system and share profits nearly effortless. Let's face it though, once you make your first $1,000 per day, you'll know that paying such a small admin and setup fee is more than worth it. So do this. Grab your access now and join my other club members who are absolutely crushing it. Follow the videos inside and start collecting your 72 payouts. After that, you can literally leave your computer alone for 24 hours and come back to profits. I'd bet that within 24 hours, you'd have more than paid for your membership, and that's my guarantee. Look, this works. You've needed something that works for a long time now. So now you have to be like me and be able to see that this is the only choice for you. You have to decide now is the time to take action. Click the button below to fund your admin and setup fee. Please pay attention to the steps afterwards, as you will only see them once and they can drastically increase your earnings. My payment system is actually going to hold your money for 60 days, like an escrow account, to ensure that you either double your investment or are completely happy. If you don't earn, you don't pay. But I know once you see how easy, simple, and quick this really is, you'll be spending all your free time plugging into more pieces of the profit-sharing pie, and less thinking about this measly $49.95 fee. One last thing. Since this is going out to thousands of people and the potential to earn is so instant and easy, we will fill up our club memberships and we'll be closing this page down shortly. So don't wait. Don't leave thinking you can come back. At this point, you are either like I was, desperate for a change and looking for something easy that doesn't require a lot of effort, and you're ready to jump on it. Or you aren't right for the My Profits Club and are probably better off buying some worthless website or stock trading app. Enjoy that. If you'd rather leave all that behind and finally see a paycheck, a real deposit into your bank account like this, then let's do this. If a 20-year Home Depot veteran who never spent a day in college can plug into the profits of a top 5,000 ranked website, so can you. Remember, you have 60 days before your admin fee is locked in. I'm so confident this will work that I'm not going to touch your payment till you've doubled your money or you've profited and are totally happy. I'm doing this because I know how it feels to worry about how you spend your money, but I assure you this is the last $49.95 you'll ever question, as money will come much easier after today. You get lifetime access to the My Profits Club system, a secret and completely hidden profit-sharing club for a one-time setup fee of $49.95 that you can have back if you don't make money. I promise this is the last time you'll see something this easy and powerful. I'm only sharing it to a select few personal invitees. Nothing else online works like this. But if you want to wait around for another crappy website builder promising you income but giving you nothing but empty bank balances, feel free to leave, and please don't try to find this site again. And please don't even mention this site to anyone. I don't think you're going to do that though. I think you want to be my next club member and get access to your 72 payouts per day. So step up and take action now. Click the button below. Let's get your payment account created and set up. And let's make you rich.